D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? And have I got a story for you? Now, also down below, you can find the articles that I read to bring you this video, and you can read them for yourself or whatnot, or for reference and everything, or you can just watch this video where I'm going to read them to you. Also, before I get started, I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine, we always get shoved to the back of the line. So please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. I also ask that you do this to any small YouTuber out there. You know, we're just a squirrel trying to get a nut and everything. So if you guys could help anybody out, I'm pretty sure they would appreciate it as also. So now that I've got that out of the way, let's let's get started. It looks like Armor Wars, Don Cheadle's Armor Wars, is no longer going to be a series for Disney Plus, but a movie. It's going to the theaters, you guys, which good for Don Cheadle. I like Don Cheadle. But I mean, in all honesty, I'm not excited about this at all. So we'll see. We'll see. So it says, yes, sir. Yasir Lester, who was acting as head writer on the series, will remain as its feature scribe. So it says right here, Marvel Studios has shaken up its Armor Wars project, and now what was to have been a series for Disney Plus will be redeveloped as a feature film. And I have thoughts on this, and I'll tell you why I think they're doing this. The movie essentially pushes back the title further down the development slate. Sources say the studio was committed to getting the story told the right way, and in that process realized that a feature was better suited for the project. Like all Marvel movies, it is intended for a theatrical release. Don Cheadle, who is reprising his longtime Marvel Cinematic Universe role as Colonel James Rhodey Rhodes, aka War Machine, remains on board to star. Yasir Lester, who was acting as head writer on the series, will remain as feature scribe. Let me just give you my thoughts on this. I think they're making this into a movie because the shows aren't doing so hot, especially these latest one. You know, Moon Knight, Ms. Marvel, She-Hulk, freaking awful. You guys can check out all my coverage of those. I do episodic breakdowns of those episodes. All right, so let's get to this. Marvel had been eyeing a 2023 start of production on the series, but the few people who were gearing up for that were noticed Thursday of the change of direction. No directors had been officially attached, and it was unclear when an Armor Wars feature would pop up on Marvel's timeline and its phases of the movies and Disney Plus series. Sorry, I kind of bumbled that. I got distracted. Little is known about the long line of Armor Wars, although it was brought up earlier this month at Disney Plus D23 Expo when Cheadle joined Marvel Studios producer and president Kevin Feige on stage, revealing a logo for what was then touted as being a 6-episode event series. Feige first announced plans for Armor Wars in late 2020. And I think what's happening is, like I said before, those aren't doing so hot. So therefore, they're like, let's turn it into a movie so that way we can get a bigger budget and we can do the special effects well. Because if you're watching She-Hulk, the CGI on that is bad. I mean, it's mediocre at best. And I just feel like, you know, when you have heavy CGI stuff, and I mean, you know, Rhodey, his armor will be heavily CGI, then I think that you need a big budget for that. The title Armor Wars hails from a celebrated storyline that was published in the Iron Man comics in 1987 and 1988, written by David Michelinie and Bob Layton, and the art was done by Mark Bright. And highly advanced technology, Iron Man falling into the wrong hands, the live-action series was seen as a way to showcase multiple types of armor. And we will see, I think they mentioned it in here, Cheadle's next Marvel appearance remains the MCU series Secret Invasion, which also stars Samuel L. Jackson and Ben Mendelsohn and scheduled to debut in 2023. He has played the character since 2010 Iron Man 2. This is not the first time Marvel has pivoted the development of a title in this way. Hawkeye was originally conceived as a feature before the executive team decided to turn the idea into a Disney Plus series. To date, Marvel has released all of its films in theaters. So, as I was saying, I think that they're also going to have Riri Williams in here. I believe, just because she is, the next Iron Man. I think it's a bad choice to do Riri Williams. That character sucks, but that's besides the point. I do think that like I said before, I think this is a good idea because I think they need a bigger budget, and I think that the TV series, especially like if you look at She-Hulk, they've got 9 episodes and they are just stretching it as much as possible. Like, so I'm like, man, this could really have been bumped down, and I feel like maybe Armor War should be a 2-hour movie, because then it'll give the writers to really, hone in the story and really just, get it to go with the pacing and all that stuff. And I think this is for the better, in my opinion. And I really like Don Cheadle. I mean, I've always liked him, but I really do like him. And I just hope this works out for him. That's the whole thing. I just really hope it does, because I think he's a good actor. And I really don't think that they've utilized the character of Rhodey. I really don't. Tell me, what do you guys think about all of this? How do you feel about Armor Wars going from TV series for Disney Plus to a feature film for the theaters? Do you think this is a good idea like I do, or do you think this is a bad idea? And do you think they need more content for Disney Plus? I mean, sometimes, they're really trying to push Disney Plus, but like I said before, Moon Knight wasn't that great, and its premiere episode only debuted at number 6. Ms. Marvel, I did not personally like. I didn't like Moon Knight that much either, but Ms. Marvel was bad. Its premiere episode premiered at, or it got on the Nielsen charts at number 10. And then She-Hulk, I think, has been disastrous, and its premiere episode didn't even chart. So that's telling you something in terms of quality and story writing, that I think that Marvel really has a problem with those Disney Plus series. And that's why I think this show going to a feature film is probably for the best. But tell me what you guys think about all this. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week. You guys have a good week. Bye.